Courtney Cox is, of course, best known to us as Monica from Friends. And the Friends reunion special is now streaming on HBOMax, giving us all a chance to spend a little more time with Monica, Rachel, Phoebe, Ross, Chandler, and Joey. Cox first gained attention as the girl Bruce Springsteen pulled onto the stage in the video for "Dancing in the Dark" in 1984, per the Star Tribune. Guest starring roles on shows including The Love Boat and Murder, She Wrote soon followed. Her first recurring role was on Family Ties, as the girlfriend of Alex P. You've played it for hours on your phone, but are you ready to experience Temple Run in real life? A. Keaton from 1987 to 1989, per IMDb. These days, Cox is reprising her role as Gale Weathers for the fifth Scream film, which is set to be released in January 2022. Smith & Co. She's mom to 17-year-old Coco Arquette and has been dating Snow Patrol lead singer Johnny McDade since late 2013, per The Mirror. Productions, the company who made American Ninja Warrior and the Titan games, is currently working on a live-action reality competition show based on the hit mobile game. Temple Run is one of the most recognizable mobile games in the world, and we have big plans to bring the global phenomenon to life, said Arthur Smith, chairman of A. Smith & Co. in a statement. We will bring our keen eye and passion for unscripted content to create a competition where, just like the beloved game, speed, agility and quick decision-making are key. The production company will be collaborating with the independent game studio Imangi Studios to bring their vision to life. Temple Run was first released by Imangi Studios in 2011, quickly amassing a huge fanbase. Courtney Cox has packed a lot of living into her 56 years. Let's take a look at the transformation she's made since she was just a little girl making her first Holy Communion. Courtney Cox grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. Courtney Cox was born on June 15, 1964, in Birmingham, Alabama to Courtney and Richard Cox. She is the youngest of 4 kids, with 2 older sisters and a brother, per 80skids.com. She grew up in Mountain Brook, Alabama, which is one of the most exclusive and wealthiest towns in the U.S., per al.com. Cox's parents divorced when she was young, and her mother married Hunter Copeland, uncle of the Police drummer Stuart Copeland and music manager Ian Copeland, per Janinet. To date, the app has been downloaded over 2 billion times. The premise is simple. Your character searches for an ancient relic among the ruins of a temple in the jungle, while also dodging various obstacles along the way. The news comes just 2 weeks after the CW announced its plans to reboot the popular Nickelodeon game show Legends of the Hidden Temple. The 90s show featured teams of kids who competed in rounds of agility challenges and trivia to win prizes. After graduating from Mountain Brook High School, she enrolled at Mount Vernon College in Washington, D.C., had plans to become an architect. However, she landed a modeling contract and dropped out of college to pursue that, per biography.com. Her modeling contract led to being cast in a few commercials and to a 1984 guest appearance in the role of Bunny on As the World Turns, per IMDb. Courtney Cox's big break was in a famous music video a decade before Courtney Cox was cast in Friends. She had her big break in the music video for Bruce Springsteen's Dancing in the Dark, in 1984. Brian De Palma directed the video, and it was his idea to have Springsteen pull Cox out of the audience, per the Baltimore Sun. The revival will keep the same premise, but this time with adult contestants. Springsteen thought he was just pulling a random fan up on stage. Years later, once Cox was famous in her own right, he found out she was an actor and model. The following year, Cox starred as Gloria Dinalo in the series, Misfits of Science. The show ran for 16 episodes in 1985 and 1986 and was billed as the adventures of a team of misfits superheroes who fights crime for a scientific think tank, per IMDb. Legends of the Hidden Temple also has a segment known as the Temple Run, a fast-paced obstacle course that serves as the climax of the competition. And in 1987, Cox was cast in the recurring role of Lauren Miller, the girlfriend of Michael J. Fox's character on Family Ties. She appeared in 19 episodes of the sitcom through 1989, per IMDb. Over the next few years, Cox appeared in a number of television shows, TV movies, and films, most notably in 7 episodes of The Trouble with Larry, on 1 episode of Seinfeld, and in Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, per IMDb. But when Friends came around, Cox became a household name. Producers originally wanted Courtney Cox to play Rachel on Friends. If the producers of Friends had followed through on their original plans, Jennifer Aniston would not have been cast as Rachel Green. Courtney Cox would have. Marta Kaufman, one of the creators of Friends, wanted Cox to play Rachel. It will be interesting to see what Temple Run does, if anything, to differentiate it from the CW show. There's no word yet on which channel or streamer will air Temple Run, nor how eager hopefuls can sign up to audition. It's never too early to take up running again, just in case. Gallery. The most addictive reality shows on Netflix. It was Cox who told producers she wanted to play Monica. Producers were originally looking for someone darker and edgier and snarkier, and Courtney brought a whole bunch of other colors to it. We decided that week after week, that would be a lovelier place to go to, Kaufman said in a 2012 interview with Vanity Fair. When she was cast as Monica, Cox was the best-known actor of the 6 main cast members. The chemistry between Cox and her co-stars and soon propelled Friends to the top of the TV rating charts and made Cox, Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow, David Schwimmer, Matthew Perry, and Matt LeBlanc superstars. And the show paid off for the stars. In 2002, the 6 core cast members all banded together in their salary negotiations so that no one actor would be paid more than any of the others, per Insider. For the final 2 seasons of Friends, each of the 6 main cast members was paid $1 million per episode. And in 2015, USA Today reported that Cox and her co-stars made more than $20 million in residuals every year. Friends. It's hard to imagine anyone else as Monica, let alone Cox as Rachel. Scream led Courtney Cox to David Arquette in 1996. Courtney Cox played Gale Weathers in the high-profile slasher horror film Scream. She returned for 1997's Scream 2 and 2000's Scream 3. The Scream series and its sequels are one of the most critically acclaimed and highest-grossing horror film franchises of all time, per Box Office Mojo. Cox also met David Arquette, her future husband, on the set of the first Scream film. He played Dwight Dewey Riley, Gale Weathers' love interest, per InStyle. Cox and Arquette married on June 12, 1999, in front of 250 guests at Grace Cathedral in San Francisco. All of the Friends were in attendance, as was Arquette's sister Patricia Arquette and her husband at the time, Nicolas Cage, per InStyle. Cox and Arquette teamed up in 2003 to produce the home renovation series, Mix It Up, for the WE network, per AMC Networks. It failed to capture an audience and was cancelled after 1 season. In 2004, Cox and Arquette welcomed their daughter Coco, per People. Jennifer Aniston is her godmother. Cox and Arquette announced their split in 2010, per the New York Daily News, but they stayed amicable co-parents to Coco. Courtney Cox starred in her second hit sitcom, Cougar Town, in 2009. Cox struck sitcom gold for the second time. On Cougar Town, she played Jules Cobb, a recently divorced, 40-year-old mother on the hunt for new experiences. She was nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Television Series, Musical or Comedy. Cox also directed several episodes of the series. Cougar Town ran for 6 seasons through March 2015. While Cox was starring on Cougar Town, she and Arquette finalized their divorce, and in 2013, the actor started dating Snow Patrol singer Johnny McDade. They got engaged in 2014, per People, and called it off not long after but stayed together. More recently, Cox created and produced 9 Months with Courtney Cox for Facebook Watch in 2019. The series focuses on people from across the country of various races, religions, and classes as they self-document their 9-month journey of pregnancy, per Deadline. She's also working on an upcoming TV movie, Shining Vale, per IMDb. And, of course, Cox and her Friends appeared in HBOMax's Friends reunion special in May 2021, 25 years after the show's premiere.